spite is a lifesaver in the truest sense of the word, because it's an energy force that a lot of us can tap into at a point where perhaps we're the silent sufferer types, and we feel like we have nothing left to give the world, and perhaps we're on the point of self-deletion, and here comes spite to save the day. It's a feeling, an energy force that those of us who don't go around using self-deletion as a weapon to make others conform to our will, as in threatening to do something to yourself if they don't do this or they don't do that, or just using it in general just to threaten people with it and abuse them. Those of us who are not those abusers, we're just silent sufferers who maybe hint to people really close to us, and that we may not be feeling right at the time, because obviously that's a really good thing to do with people you really trust in your life, who wouldn't use that against you in the future. But spite is a very sort of welcoming energy when you're actually there, contemplating doing something bad to yourself, because if I walk you through like the sort of thought process when you're in that mindset, when you just feel like nobody wants you. It's not true, obviously, but nobody wants you, nobody cares about you, nobody loves you, and you're in this self-defeating sort of spiral. And perhaps because you feel that way and you're really down, then you've sort of you feel like you've upset loads of people around you, the people who you really care about, because that's who we upset when we're in that type of frame of mind. We upset those really, really close to us. And the thing is with that is it sends you into then a downhill spiral, that the only people you care about you've now upset. So you start talking yourself into the fact that they'd be better off without you. And it's just not true. In actual fact, the only reason why they are maybe feel that way, why you feel that way about them, or you feel that you've abused their trust or their love or anything else, is because they do love you. And they really do want to see you make it through, and the world will be a better place with you in their lives. It's just your head you have to sort out. And spite's a really good one, because what you've got to remember is that everybody has that someone or people that you've known in your life that will speak very badly of you if you weren't here anymore, and they will use it. They don't care that they got no morals. They won't see you as being anything but like, glad that's gone or whatever. And they're not very nice people. They'll talk about you more after you've died, because you're not there to defend yourself, and you won't be there. That's the whole point. You won't be there to defend yourself. So you can imagine some of the best thing to do when you're in that point of contemplation is to think to yourself what they would be saying after you've gone. I know this may seem like a bit of a negative thing to do, especially when you're very, very vulnerable, but what you've got to remember is these people really, really hate you. They hate you and they want you gone, and nothing would please them better. It's almost like their will is working over you, and it's making you feel that way. But what you've got to remember is that these people are the reason why they're the way they are is because of a lot of different reasons, and I can't go into that here because I don't want to make this video too long. But basically, you can imagine the things at that point, what they would be saying about you after you're gone, and the way that they would try and infiltrate those you love and change their mindset about you, maybe, and all those around you. And you have to be there. This is where you get that strength back when you feel like that, because everybody, I don't care who you are, you all have a sort of fed up points, or points where you feel like, is there any point to life? And that's the whole point of the hero's journey, is that you sort of look around you and you have to use those points in your life to try and make a better life. That life is poking you and prodding you to do better, to change, to do things better, make better decisions, put up boundaries, things like that. I'll do another video on boundaries as well later. But yeah, so when you're at that point and you've sort of got those people in your mind, and all the nasty things they'd say about you, and all the things that they would say to those that you love, and you wouldn't be there to defend yourself and set them right on exactly what happened, and maybe they will turn your memory into something very negative. The thought of that going on can sometimes is like an energy force that comes up inside of you. Well, it is an energy force that comes up inside of you, and it burns to the surface, and it just takes away that moment like that. And you think I don't want to swear too much for the algorithms, but you're really strong of mind, like you're not, no, you're not doing this. And it gives you a determination to be more stable around those who really care about you, and they'll understand because they think it's very special that they've got you in their life. Even though that there may be some aggro at the moment, it's only temporary. Everything's only temporary, life itself is only temporary, but we just try and make it, the best experience we can. Now, when you think about that and you feel yourself with that energy force that you feel coming up inside of you, you got to just imagine yourself every time that they try to put you down or everything. It's not that you go searching them out. You don't do anything with them. You leave them to their own life. But you're there going, here I am. I'm doing fine. I'm still alive. I feel great. And it's not from a point of view of like, it's a good thing to get over that mindset, because the people who love you want to see you succeed, and they want to see you determined. And everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody loves a trier. Even people who see you as complete competition, they love to see you try and do your best to overcome your situation without letting it defeat you, because it's part of the human spirit. You want to see people overcome things, others come out overcome things, so that you can do it. So you need to teach your family, your friends, your wife or husband, your children. You need to teach them these things, because they are from you and they are part of you, whether they're blood or not. And believe me, a lot of our relationships, especially our very close relationships, and some we forget about because we haven't seen them in years, but they're still there. A lot of those relationships are closer than some of our closest family members. You can't beat family in terms of when it all it all functions right. And there's certain family members who will always be there, and there'll be that real deep connection, something bigger than life. But there's also completely non-blood friends or family who hold a place in your heart that you just can't explain. And you need to be there for those people to show them that all that effort and belief that they put in you has worked. And that temporary energy force when you feel desperate has to be spite or something. There is other things you can use as well, but I feel that spite is probably the most useful, because it's so quick. It's so quick to flip your mind when you think about those evil bastards and what they try to do to you, and how that's what they want. You're just giving them what they want, and you may not feel any energy force to stay alive, but that will give you it. That will give you it. Just that's that fact that you're still there and you're still breathing will traumatize them, and that's how you have to view it. You have to view it like you are traumatizing them. You are there as a reflection of their shadow, because they obviously hate you enough. If there's enough energy force gone into hating you, then obviously there's something that you're pointing out about their shadow, whether it be because you're actually a happy person in life, or whether you've made choices in your life that made them feel bad about their choices. There's loads of reasons why these people hate you, and they don't even try and understand why they do. Just know that they do, and you're there as a reflection of their shadow to let them know, I'm here and I'm here to stay, and you will not win.